Merry Vlogmas Day 12, everyone. This is Amy of AJC Magic TV as we are counting down to Christmas. Actually, we're counting up to Christmas here. Okay, day 12 of the candy calendar, which is at the top. I think it might be a snow person. It's hard to tell. Either that or a ballerina doll. But that's the piece of chocolate for today. Day 12. Then day 12 of the Disney's Princess Advent Calendar. It is a Snow White story. And it's called Snow White and the Three Giants. Welcome in, Diana G. Thank you for joining. When Snow White gets lost in the forest, she finds a cottage and calls in for help. Snow discovers the residents are very large. Will the giants be friendly and help her get home? Let's find out. Hello, Penguin Master. Hello, Mike Cabral. Thank you for joining. And Diana G. Hello, Samantha Lowe. Since meeting the dwarfs, Snow White had visited them often. She now knew their path to their cottage quite well. But one day, distracted by her woodland friends, she took a wrong turn in the woods and got lost on her way to the dwarf's home. Hello, Karki. Welcome in. When she found another cottage in the woods, she knocked on the door, hoping whoever lived there could help her find her way. But no one answered. She noticed that the door was slightly open, so she stepped inside and exclaimed, "Oh my!" Instead of a neat row of 7 little chairs, she saw 3 enormous ones. Welcome in, Dean the Turkey Legster. As she walked further into the cottage, she saw flames roaring and crackling in an enormous fireplace. Then, just as Snow White discovered the enormous dining table, the ground began to shake. "Oh no," she gasped. With a groan, the door opened all the way, and in came 3 of the tallest people Snow White had ever seen. They lumbered straight toward her. "What should I do now?" wondered Snow White. Welcome in, Mark and Wally and Irene. Snow White cleared her throat and stepped into their view. "Excuse me," she said bravely. The giants jumped back in surprise. "I'm so sorry," continued Snow White quickly. "I let myself in by mistake. Let me introduce myself. My name is Snow White." "Oh," said the largest giant, "it's okay. You just scared us a bit. We don't get visitors here often. But now that you're here," said the smallest of the giants, "you should join us for dinner." The 3 giants knelt down to introduce themselves to Snow White. She was relieved they were as kind as the dwarfs had been when they first met her. The smallest giant helped her climb up on his chair. "You'll need some cushions," he said, laughing. "And here is the small plate and glass," said the middle-sized giant. "Thank you," said Snow White. "You're all so kind." The next day, Snow White told the dwarfs about her adventure. "Giants," stammered Bashful. Sleepy yawned. "Aren't they dangerous?" "Not at all," Snow White reassured them. "Don't trust them," Grumpy said. "You can't trust anyone tall." But I'm taller than you, said Snow White. You'll just have to come and meet them. Snow White thought for a few days about how to introduce the giants to the dwarfs. She just knew they'd get along. Back at the castle one night, Snow White had the perfect idea. She addressed 10 party invitations and made a list of delicious foods she'd make. All she needed then was a game to get everyone laughing. On the day of the party, Snow White announced, "We're going to play Snap. I'll point out something about me, and if it's true for you, shout Snap. And then it's someone else's turn." "Oh, I love this game," said Doc, chuckling. "Here we go," said Snow White, thinking for a moment. "I have 2 eyes." "Snap!" yelled the giants. "Snap!" yelled the dwarfs. Snow White turned to Bashful, who was up next. I have 2 ears," said Bashful quietly. Both the giants and dwarfs thought for a moment. Suddenly, "Snap!" called the giants. "Snap!" called the dwarfs. Next it was the largest giant's turn. "Ahem, I have 1 nose." "Snap!" called the giants and dwarfs together. "I guess we have a lot in common after all," admitted Grumpy, folding his arms. "Yes, you do," said Snow White. "We all have things in common. And there's actually one more thing you have in common. You are all my friends." The end. Thank you all for joining for day 12 of Vlogmas. Look out for day 13 and 14, 15, 16 as we get closer to Christmas. So happy Vlogmas, happy holidays, everyone, and have a great evening. Bye, everyone. Yes, it was cute, Diana. Have a great night. Bye. You're welcome.